As many of you know, each year the Destination Zero program and the Bureau of Justice Assistance present the National Officer Safety and Wellness Awards to the 4 agencies that have exemplified creativity, innovation, and success with their officer safety and wellness programs. As someone who has seen Destination Zero grow over the years, I'm very thankful for the applicants who represent law enforcement agencies that are proactively addressing officer safety and wellness. Even though some applicants may not be nationally recognized during this ceremony, they are still to be commended for the great work they are doing to keep our officers safe and well. I'm also honored to be part of such a distinguished program that recognizes agencies and the men and women who continue to develop cutting-edge programs for general safety, traffic safety, and wellness. These progressive agencies are not only keeping names off of the wall, but are reducing injuries and building resilient officers. I commend Destination Zero National Officer Safety and Wellness Award winners on their outstanding achievements. Congratulations.
Now, we're excited to present the 2020 National Officer Safety and Wellness Awards. And it's my pleasure to introduce the Principal Deputy Assistant Attorney General of the Office of Justice Programs, Catherine T. Sullivan.
For the General Officer Safety Award, this year's winner is Vacaville, California Police Department. The Vacaville Police Department is an agency of 115 sworn officers and civilians that significantly exceed its required annual in-service training. California Post requires 24 hours of training every other year. Vacaville Police Department provides more than 90 hours to officers every year. Congratulations. You are recognized and commended for strong commitment to training, your innovative training methods, and that just a huge congratulations for going to such great lengths to give your officers the tools that they need to make their jobs safer. Thank you so much, and you are the recipient of this year's General Officer Safety Award.
Vacaville, California covers 27 square miles between Sacramento and San Francisco. The Vacaville Police Department has 115 sworn officers serving just over 100,000 residents. To ensure that its officers remain safe while serving their community, the Vacaville PD developed a groundbreaking officer safety program that focuses heavily on innovation, training, and equipment.
The overarching goal of our officer safety program is to make sure that our officers are safe each and every day. We know that we face the risks that are out there, but if we can mitigate them, what we're able to do is just make better decisions. These decisions not only protect our officers, but also allow our community to be safer in the process.
At the Vacaville Police Department, officer training is constantly evolving to adapt to industry best practices. Each sworn member of the department receives more than 90 hours of training annually, 3 times the state-mandated hours. The department's approach to officer safety places a premium on scenario-based and realistic training that replicates real-world incidents encountered by first responders. To do that, the VPD combines multiple training methods into one program. Emergency vehicle operations and defensive tactics training are paired together to simulate taking a suspect into custody after a pursuit. And firearms training also incorporates de-escalation and crisis intervention training scenarios. And the department purchased 30 airsoft pistols resembling the real firearms used by VPD officers for shoot-don't-shoot scenario training. Specially trained agency personnel conduct extensive officer training in mass casualty violent crime incidents, including coordinating a multi-agency critical incident mass shooter exercise at a local church campus. VPD also regularly trains with local fire departments to collectively prepare officers and firefighters to work together to safely extract victims. Each VPD officer is issued $11,000 worth of uniforms and equipment to increase safety in the field. These include a pistol, shotgun, soft body armor, taser, tactical pistol light, ballistic helmet, body-worn camera, and traffic safety vest. Level 2 trauma surgeons provide advanced tactical medical training, and all officers have access to medical kits containing a tourniquet, quick clot, chest seals, and Kerlix gauze. Officers also carry Narcan to quickly reverse opioid overdoses. The Vacaville PD training programs are constantly evolving to reflect changing trends in policing and to create new ways to improve officer safety.
One of the ways that we're improving the safety of officers in Vacaville is we have begun a drone program realizing their ability to fly over critical airspace at low altitude, day or night, to provide safety of officers. Whether it's a high-risk encounter on a traffic stop, to even more recently, the fires here in California.
Each drone is piloted by a specially trained FAA-certified police officer. The real-time information gathered by the onboard drone camera is sent directly to the on-scene incident commander to assist in decision-making.
The challenges that are out there are tremendous. Since our program began, there's been a lot of positive change. Officer safety is more than just a program. It makes a difference. It makes a difference in the workplace. People feel better, and the community actually benefits from it greatly. Well, thank you. I want to start off by thanking the Assistant Attorney General Sullivan for all the support and the assistance in this award and the programs that this represents. This is a really, really big deal for law enforcement nationwide, but also for our own agency. I think about the Bureau of Justice Assistance and their support in this efforts, as well as the National Law Enforcement Memorial and Museum and what it represents to make sure that this and these efforts stay alive, and also for Verizon in supporting this program as well. When I think of the National Law Enforcement Memorial, I can't help but think about what this means from a General Officer Safety Award. It really is important that we focus on what the best efforts are nationally so that we can keep our officers safe. For me personally as the chief, I reflect on events that have occurred in my own agency in which we've had to respond to critical incidents involving school shootings and activities that we see around the nation happening here at home. And being able to create an environment that takes an advanced look at the way we respond to medical issues, to the equipment that we provide, to mutual aid, and even advancements in technology. It wouldn't be possible with the support and the organization of the foundation. And I just can't thank our staff enough for what they do each and every day, the training that goes into making sure that our officers are safe so that we can continue the efforts of reducing officer injuries and deaths across this country. Again, this is a great honor for myself and just beyond this, and for all the agencies that won their award. Here in Vacaville, representing the city as Chief of Police, this is just something that I'll treasure forever.
The next category is Officer Traffic Safety. Traffic-related incidents are among the leading causes of law enforcement deaths every year, and this award recognizes the critical importance of roadside and driving safety. Having been a judge for 11 years and working in a county court, I handled many, many traffic cases, and sadly, so many of them with devastating results. So this award is very important to me, and I really want to congratulate Memphis, Tennessee Police Department. The Memphis, Tennessee Police Department has made successful strides in improving motorist safety and in reducing officer-involved crashes and roadside incidences. In fact, since you have implemented your high traffic safety programs in 2018, your officer at fault crashes have dropped 20%. A huge congratulations to the Memphis Police. Thank you for keeping our roads and your officers safe.
The city of Memphis sits on the Mississippi River and covers 324 square miles in the southwest corner of Tennessee. The Memphis Police Department has 2,100 officers providing service for a population of more than 650,000 citizens. Understanding that traffic-related incidents are the leading cause of death for law enforcement officers, and having experienced several serious traffic collisions within its own agency, the Memphis PD created an officer traffic safety program to reduce the number of duty-linked crashes, improve safety in the community, and protect the lives of its officers. To ensure officer safety during emergencies and allow for faster response time, GPS technology is connected to radios and computers in all patrol cars. In the event an officer is ambushed or has another urgent situation, the officer can push a button on the radio that sends a distress signal along with the officer's location, so assistance can be sent immediately. The GPS system also shows dispatchers and officers exactly where patrol cars are located and what kind of calls the officers there are handling. It also provides officers responding to calls with turn-by-turn directions and lists a history of any previous calls originating from the same location. The Memphis PD provides ongoing training programs covering all aspects of policing for its officers, starting with crash reduction training.
I love to remind my police officers to wear your vest, watch your speed, wear your seatbelt, and complacency kills. I think these are great tenets that protects police officers all across the nation and helps keep Memphis police officers safe.
In addition to crash reduction training, station officers receive Train the Trainer instruction on distracted driving and are responsible for training all officers assigned to their station in crash cause and prevention techniques geared toward preventing officer-involved crashes. In order to hold officers accountable for their driving, all MPD patrol units are equipped with in-car video systems that activate the camera if the officer exceeds a speed of 80 miles per hour, engages the vehicle's blue lights, or if a crash or erratic behavior is detected. The MPD also implemented a crash review board to investigate officer-involved crashes, determine faults, and then make recommendations for additional training or, if necessary, impose disciplinary action. To increase officer safety in the field, MPD officers are required to wear high-visibility traffic safety vests when outside of their patrol cars on extended details. As a result of its officer traffic safety programs, the Memphis Police Department has seen a 20% decrease in officer at-fault crashes, and the agency continues to build on its traffic safety program to keep its officers and community safer.
Well, thank you, Assistant Attorney General Sullivan, for this award. This is Director Michael Rawlings from the Memphis Police Department. I also want to thank the Bureau of Justice Assistance, the National Law Enforcement Memorial and Museum, the Destination Zero program, and Verizon. A special thanks to Lynette Hall Lewis of the City of Memphis for her hard work, and Colonel Keith Watson of our Traffic Division. This award means so much to the Memphis Police Department. We sought out to reduce traffic crashes by making sure officers had additional training, establishing a traffic review board, a crash review board, and working on distracted driving. I'm so excited to report that in the first year of implementation, we were able to reduce traffic crashes by 20%. We know in a year like this year that we've never seen, our ability to reduce traffic crashes, focus on officer safety is paramount as we battle the coronavirus. Thank you again for this award.
The next award is in the category of Officer Wellness. We had more submissions in this category than in any others, and that takes me back to my initial remarks. Officer wellness is at the core of what is important, and the fact that there were so many applications for this particular award is wonderful. It means that the top, that you, the supervisors, the chiefs of police, the sheriff, you guys at the top, you're understanding how important officer wellness is to a well-rounded and well-functioning police department. And this year's winner is the Reno, Nevada Police Department. The Reno Police Department has been a consistent leader in law enforcement wellness, and they more than demonstrated that commitment over this past year. They remain a leader in the field of officer wellness, and great job, Reno Police Department. Congratulations.
The City of Reno sits on the eastern slope of the Sierra Nevada mountains. The Reno Police Department consists of 337 sworn officers and about 500 employees overall. We serve a community of 250,000 residents over 150 square miles of coverage.
In 2009, the Reno Police Department created a pioneering wellness initiative to address the mental, physical, and spiritual well-being of its employees. The program continues to evolve.
Officer wellness is probably one of the most important factors in being a police officer. It's an extremely stressful job. You have to be mentally and physically prepared at all times. The community expects that, and they should. And we should expect that of ourselves.
To oversee the initiative, the Reno Police Department created a wellness team that develops programs and provides easy access to information and services related to wellness and resiliency.
The goal of the program is to maintain a healthy lifestyle through education, through community partnerships, and mentoring, peer support.
The Reno PD has created multiple options for officers to learn about healthier eating, and also offers tuition reimbursement for officers taking certified post classes on nutrition, health monitoring, as well as approved exercises and fitness classes.
We created community partnerships with local gyms for both Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and for exercise, where they can work with trainers directly to work on stress relief or work on their diet and exercise.
In addition to their community partnerships, the Reno Police Department also has a gym on site, which is open to both sworn and civilian staff. Understanding how sleep deprivation impacts safety, decision-making, and the overall health of each officer, the Reno Police Department created sleep rooms so officers can get restorative sleep with the supervisor's permission while on duty. Focusing on cardiovascular health and reducing habits that lead to diabetes and heart disease is another core part of the department's extensive wellness and resiliency program. Officers considered to be at high risk through their annual physical are given free advanced screening and intervention. After experiencing a series of traumatic events and an increase in suicides among current and retired officers, the department began an effort to strengthen its peer support team program.
We saw a benefit that would come from helping our officers with the cumulative stress that was seen on a day-to-day basis by officers and all police support personnel. We started doing decompressions to develop coping mechanisms with that cumulative stress that occurs on our day-to-day work basis.
And we formed a peer support group, which would break down critical incidents. After the critical incidents, they come in and do a debrief. They talk to you about how you feel, what you saw, to get it off your chest before you go home. And that is a huge thing in the police department right now because of our high suicide rates.
Peer support can be sent for any event that is deemed necessary by almost any personnel that works for the City of Reno. Not just single events, but obviously the build-up over an entire career, extending those benefits that we develop here so that we can all have good, healthy lives.
As the RPD strives to bolster programs focusing on its officers' mental health, it created an embedded resource officer position.
Primarily, I'm here to aid in the navigation of the mental health care system for our officers and civilians. As a peer in a law enforcement agency, it's important to have someone with lived experience who has some relatable quality with regard to what others have been through in trying to help them reduce stigma and find help when they are in need.
Since the implementation of the program, we have seen officers coming back healthier, happier, using less sick time, increasing their benefit here to the City of Reno.
They come to work, they're physically prepared, they're mentally prepared. Not only can they be better employees for the community, but it affects their personal life and makes them better at home.
Today, the Reno PD shares its award-winning wellness initiative with law enforcement agencies nationwide.
I would like for this award to open up other departments' eyes and see what we have done and to reach out to their members and to help them in any possible way they can be helped.
And hopefully the things that we've brought to the award this year are things that other agencies can now adapt, and that's really the whole goal of creating this program, is it so that it can be implemented across the country.
It's a great honor to receive this award for our department and our agency. Mental health and physical health to me are so extremely important for our officers, both at home and while they're at work. And this just really helps us achieve that mission that we're trying to keep our officers healthy year-round.
Well, good afternoon. Jason Soto, Reno Police Chief. I want to thank, first off, I want to thank everybody for their recognition of the Reno Police Department and the award for the 2020 National Officer Safety and Wellness Award. First off, I'd like to thank Assistant Attorney General Sullivan for presenting this award. We appreciate it very much in your time and doing so. We also want to give out a special thanks to the Bureau of Justice Assistance, the National Law Enforcement Memorial and Museum, the Destination Zero program, and Verizon for their sponsoring of the conference to include this award. We appreciate it all very much. I also want to give a special thanks to some individuals at the Reno Police Department, starting with Lieutenant Jerry Howlert and Officer Byron Cragg, for their influential influence on officer safety and wellness, and how much that means to them and to our agency. It has a lot of history here at the Reno Police Department, and they've really just taken it to another level. So I want to give them a personal thank you. I also I do want to talk a little bit about what this means to the Reno Police Department. I've been the Reno Police Chief for 5 years now, and just a little over 5 years. And for 5 years, I've really put a high emphasis and focus on officer wellness and officer safety, just to be well, not only physically, but mentally. And, you know, when I thought about this award that we received, it really meant that much more, especially in today's day and age, and just how important it is for those that are first responders and public safety to be well mentally and physically. Just this year, in 2020, I went to the State of the Union as a guest, and the reason that I was a guest for the State of the Union really was because of our approach and our take on officer wellness and how important that is, and to do things within our agency that really highlight that and put an emphasis on the health of the men and women who work in this profession. So I really just want to give my most heartfelt thank you to Destination Zero awarding the Reno Police Department the 2020 Officer Safety and Wellness Awards. It means the world to us. It has had a huge impact on our organization. It's always had an impact on our organization because it's always been important to us. But since receiving this award, I think that the troops, I know they certainly appreciate it. And it also has an effect on our region because I've had many conversations with our partnering agencies and cities, you know, asking for more information on how they can make their departments more safe and their officers more well. And that's an important thing. We really want this not only in our region, but throughout our country. So to all of you who had any part in this, thank you for recognizing the Reno Police Department. We appreciate you very much. I certainly appreciate it very much. And it's just a true honor. So thank you.
The final award today is in the Comprehensive Safety category. This award recognizes an agency for making significant strides in every aspect of officer safety and wellness. This year's winner is the Linn County, Iowa Sheriff's Office. This award is particularly gratifying because Linn County was a finalist for last year's award. They didn't win, but they kept working hard, and they've made remarkable progress addressing health and safety issues across the board. In the last 2 years, Linn deputies have averaged almost 140 hours of training a year, which is more than 11 times the number of hours required by the state. They have worked really hard to earn this award, and we congratulate you, Linn County Sheriff's Department, for your strong commitment to every aspect of law enforcement safety and well-being. Congratulations.
Linn County is the second largest county in Iowa, spanning 725 square miles with a population of more than 200,000 citizens. The Linn County Sheriff's Office continues its ongoing commitment to comprehensive officer safety and wellness for its 133 sworn employees and 25 reserve officers. With a focus on keeping its deputies safe in the field, the Linn County Sheriff's Office issues custom-fit body armor to all sworn employees for maximum comfort and wearability. Patrol units contain an all-inclusive medical first aid kit that includes Narcan, an AED, and a downed deputy kit. The equipment is stored in one bag so deputies can grab it and go when arriving at a scene. Deputies also carry mass casualty bags that contain large quantities of tourniquets, QuikClot, and first aid supplies. Personal protective equipment is provided to safeguard personnel from exposure to potentially hazardous substances. All department staff receive 40 hours of crisis intervention training to improve law enforcement's ability to recognize symptoms of a mental health crisis, and the LCSO has a team of deputies who are also certified paramedics. These deputies patrol Linn County in a specially equipped vehicle called Rescue 57 and provide the most advanced level of frontline emergency care to deputies and citizens. Deputies were issued new tactical rifles with tactical lighting, tactical slings, and holographic laser sight scopes that are mounted inside the patrol cars. Deputies have easy access to them while still seated in their cars. And each patrol vehicle has a Go Vest containing additional pistol and rifle magazines, shotgun shells, and first aid equipment for active shooter situations. Deputies assigned to the Immediate Response Unit are provided with threat protection tactical body armor, as well as gas masks and ballistic helmets with acrylic face shields or specially made Nomex goggles. Ballistic shields with tactical lighting are carried in deputies' patrol cars. And to provide safety and protection during civil unrest, the Linn County Sheriff's Office partnered with nearby law enforcement agencies to create a joint mobile field force team. Members are specially trained for civil unrest and riot control response and containment. The LCSO also purchased an armored tactical vehicle to protect first responders and allow them to safely approach deadly situations and to retrieve wounded officers and citizens. In 2019, the Sheriff's Office spearheaded a program to get all local agencies on the same radio system to allow them to communicate seamlessly with each other in the case of a natural disaster or other catastrophic event. A robust officer traffic safety program was implemented to improve safety in the community and protect the lives of its deputies. Seatbelt use is mandatory. Deputies are trained to use a passenger-side approach during all traffic stops, and all deputies are required to complete crash reduction training. Every patrol vehicle has a mobile digital computer loaded with software shareable with other local police departments. The equipment allows field officers to easily send, request, and view dispatch information with minimal effort and maximum readability directly from their car. Deputies and other first responders are trained in traffic management response systems so they can safely and quickly clear traffic incident scenes. They use a Faro 3D crime and accident scene scanner to provide fast, accurate documentation of crash scenes, allowing for a thorough investigation in a shorter amount of time, reducing the likelihood of secondary collisions. Highly combustible traffic flares were replaced with LED emergency beacons for safer control at night. And portable traffic hazard signs are used on scene to alert drivers and keep their deputies safe. The Sheriff's Office also has a comprehensive pursuit policy and patrol car damage and collision review program. Annual precision driving training is provided for all deputies who are issued patrol cars. And to safely be able to answer calls in any weather, a fleet of all-wheel drive pursuit-rated vehicles were purchased for safer operation. In order to help staff better deal with stressors that occur in their lives, as well as the inherent pressures of police work, the LCSO created a peer-to-peer support unit, staffed by 7 specially trained deputies and dispatchers. Critical incident stress debriefing counselors are available for any employee who experienced a critical incident. 2 deputies completed Blue Courage training and conduct a mandatory 2-day workshop designed to provide a holistic approach to building emotional resiliency. As part of the county's wellness program, employees are eligible to earn up to $500 by engaging in activities and behaviors that result in reduced health risks. County employees wishing to lose weight can participate in a 10-week diet program at no cost and remain on the program free for up to 1 year. And employees have 24/7 access to a workout facility in the Sheriff's Office building. The Linn County Sheriff's Office's Comprehensive Safety and Wellness Program has been recognized nationally and continues to evolve, keeping its deputies and the community they serve safe and well.
Thank you, Assistant Attorney General Sullivan, for presenting me with the 2020 National Officer Safety and Wellness Comprehensive Safety Award. I'm Brian Gardner, Sheriff of Linn County, Iowa. I'd also like to thank the Bureau of Justice Assistance, the National Law Enforcement Memorial and Museum, the Destination Zero program, and Verizon for this honor. Throughout my 40-year career in law enforcement, I have been a strong proponent of deputy safety. I was one of the first members of my agency to attend the street survival seminars when they first came to our area back in the early 1980s. Since then, throughout the supervisory and command positions that I have held, I have tried to instill in our employees the importance of performing our job duties with safety as our primary goal. When I was elected sheriff in 2008, I felt even more of a sense of responsibility to ensure that all of our employees understood the importance of deputy safety and made it a priority to provide our employees with the appropriate training and protective equipment to help ensure that they work in as safe an environment as possible. To that extent, I have made it a point to ensure that all of my supervisors and commanders are fully aware of and understand this philosophy. This is why I was proud to submit my agency's nomination for the Destination Zero Comprehensive Safety Award, and was grateful to receive the recognition that this award has provided my agency. Thank you.
This concludes the pre-recorded session of our conference, and after just a short break, we're going to resume with our live panel discussions.